So what were your expectations when we were on the plane flying out here?
One of the things that I did say is that, oh, this will be my last Origin trip. Why? Because I'd been to Brazil, been to Indonesia, now I'm coming to Nicaragua. There won't be any reason for me to come out again.
Yeah.
Someone else can do it. How wrong I have been.
Genuinely, I am so happy that Luis is here.
Yeah.
Like even that point there, he was like, yeah, just chuck me on the insurance.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right there. Just there.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we first left the hotel and Chuck went outside, and there he was in his car was missing a door handle.
I forgot about that. And he's leaning in.
I was thinking, all right, this could go one of two ways.
He didn't even get out of the car, did he? He's like, oi, 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 oi.
But I mean, the whole trip evolves around us basically meeting him, and he's been absolutely incredible.
We rode for 450 kilometers. We saw some things. We met some people, and some of that wasn't true. We knew that the first day was going to be hard,
Yeah.
and we knew it was going to be hot.
And I've been telling everyone that, yeah, first day, it's going to be super hot for doing 120k.
And we didn't. I think the best decision was made, which was to stop about halfway and get in the van and enjoy the rest of the day. This trip wasn't just about doing a big ride, and that wasn't the point. It was to meet the people, it was to see the country, it was to go on a big adventure. You kill yourself on day one, it's not much of an adventure.
Driving up to Sohonia, I was taken away with how vast the growing area was, more specifically the producing area, and how much coffee was lying around. And it was like Luis going, oh yeah, they're them, and they're huge facilities. And I don't really know what I'd expected. You and I had spoken about what Kickback is to Sohonia, and I think there was some naivety in some statements of, oh yeah, we buy loads of Sohonia's coffee. And when we pulled up to the gate and actually saw how much coffee that they've got, I was just like, right, yeah.
I think it was peak of the season in terms of every available space on the floor, anywhere, was just coffee drying. And what's incredible about these facilities is you bring in your coffee and you can decide if you want to have it processed on a patio, on raised beds. They've even just installed this incredible facility, which is basically these huge dryers which you put your green coffee into, and it dries it using chaff, which is well, actually it's mucilage, wasn't it? Using mucilage to basically fire up these big hot air burners, which will then help dry the coffee. So from small scale to larger scale, it's got it all there. So when the cherries are brought into the lab, basically then you will know if you've got a product which is capable of scoring really high and being really high quality. And if that is the case, you're going to put it through some of this more expensive but higher labor processing. So in some of these raised beds underneath shade, people are touching this coffee, turning it, making sure that it's drying evenly, like every 20 minutes it's turned. It's mad, and you can see why coffees are expensive to buy, because the amount of hands of people that have touched it and helped it on its journey along the way, so that we can have a delicious cup of coffee, is extraordinary.
How cool was it seeing all of those? You know, some of the pictures that you see regularly in coffee is like coffee cherries, the different varieties of the different stages of the beds were just amazing. I think that one of my wow moments of Sahonia was walking into the huge warehouse, and that was when the reality of the scale of what Sahonia does and represents. And I think also that
I mean, all those stacks will be stacked by hand. That'll be, you know, people putting those together and building it up like that. So we're, you know, really lucky to be shown around by Manfred, who is a very, very busy man. So spending, you know, the afternoon with him, walking around, the knowledge that he's got on the whole process is mental, really, and kind of the care and consideration he takes in not only the coffees they help process and source themselves, in terms of that side, the farmer as the customer, but also us as the end user as well. We then got to go to the lab and cup 50 different coffees.
at least.
And just taste through, and you know, all these coffees are from surrounding areas, they're all from Nicaragua. You'd think that there'd be a lot of similar taste profiles. Well, they were wildly different on the table, and that is what is so exciting about coffee, is even coffees produced in the same region, in neighbouring farms, can have vastly different taste profiles. Some coffees that were picked on one day and then picked the same plot of land, but picked the following day, the difference in taste profiles between those two, it blew our minds, really.
I think throughout the whole sort of day with Manfred at Sahonia, it was just so easy to see his sort of like warmth and care, not just for the business that he's running, not just for the farmers that he's trying to support and he buys from, but yeah, I get that we've travelled a long way to be hosted, but it kind of felt like it went so much more than that. Yeah, just saying our goodbyes, and he's like, look, ever come back, come and stay with me. Yeah. And that was probably a good moment of reflection of how it's felt for the whole trip, that everybody that we've kind of met has just been so open and caring and willing.
I'm excited about this because I know it's only going to last about an hour and a half, but it's an hour and a half. It's an 11 and a half kilometre hill with, I don't know, an average of about 12%. So
I remember thinking 5 minutes in, oh shit. Here we go. As you were just gaining a gap on me. But no, it was, then we got into the stride of things, and that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
I remember the whole idea of going up the hill, because you're going so much slower. And just to be clear, I'm doing this because that's the angle that it was at, is you go so much slower so you can absorb so much more. And look, there is a version of lifestyle that is so vastly different to what we experience in the UK. When you're going slower uphill and you go past people, all you need to do is smile, and it's the international language. And seeing these people who are on the sides of the roads living a lifestyle that is vastly different to ours, when they smile back, it's pretty special. That day of climbing was pretty cool.
Yeah. And to actually go from where we're staying all the way into the farm.
Los Altiplanos.
Yeah. Share our first cherry together.
We did.
Yeah.
Even I forgot that bit. Even that ride up into it.
Yeah.
That was pretty amazing.
Me falling off the bike.
But in terms of riding on it, it was incredible. But once we got off the main roads onto we would call them country lanes, but then we'd probably call them, I don't even know, there's no example.
No.
Like farm tracks. That's
tracks,
the sort, that's the sort of level that you're going into villages, and then you're going into communities, and then you're going even further to where some of the farms were. And the Los Altiplanos, that one was, I don't know how long. We must have driven for at least an hour to get out.
Yeah.
Well, the pickup drove for at least an hour, and we were riding. I think we did probably about an hour and a half worth of riding. In the sense that the bike was nearly as fast as a car because of the level of difficulty in the roads. But that scene of riding through the mountains on a dirt road, looking at the coffee, sharing our first cherry.
And just how lush it was, I guess, wasn't
Yeah.
it? There's a lot of water. I've never seen places that have such different levels of shade tree, and you're interplanting banana trees. It's beautiful.
Lots of shade trees. Oh, he was going technical. I'm just going, it's so vast. It's unbelievable. Like, you picture farms back home and it's just flat, and just have a look. It's incredible. You understand why machinery is limited in places like this. There's lots of trees, really good shade. The plants look really good green, good leaf, good bush.
The plants are very happy.
The cherries look nice. Yeah, really happy. Really happy.
Así no, pero así es el que consumen aquí, es de la finca, ¿no? Sí. The one that they drink over here is from the farm. Sí.
And come on, how does it compare?
Dice que cuál le gusta más, ¿cómo lo siente?
Está buenísimo.
Really good.
Nice, thank you.
I think he's lying.
If it's good, I'll take the compliment. If it's bad, I'll pass it to David, because David roasts it all.
Good stuff.
That's why I'd have a cafetiere. You know that question of cafetiere or a filter?
Yeah.
For this, like, this is how I like to make. Yeah. Enjoy it with people.
things that made me smile was this whole idea of his humbleness, but he's extraordinarily sort of like cheeky, he's mischievous. He fits in with Kickback. He absolutely does. And the way that he got us to try his coffees, the way that he asked whether or not we even wanted to go to his farm, and when we did, what was your instant thought when we first got to his actual farm where the trees were?
The view? Yeah. I mean, to access his land, you have to drive through like a shared drive basically, and then it opens up and the view just drops away on the right, doesn't it? And then you've got the view of the vast view of the mountains, the volcanoes in the back. It's incredible.
And it's so green.
Yeah.
It's a weird type of green. It's so deep, it's so rich, it's so tropical.
Yeah, it is. I was expecting the farms to have a bit more open, a bit more dry, but yeah, super tropical, super lush.
The berries, so that's why it looks more like a jungle.
Where'd you get that cherry from?
If you really look in, there's a few very ripe cherries left.
The thing that we use on the floor for the chickens,
Yeah.
that we had over there, we use it over here also.
So has someone just been over and just sprinkled it?
Yes, they come with bags
Yeah. And just.
and just 2 pounds here, 2 pounds here, and everyone. That's it.
How do you prevent
This is
sort of negative microorganisms?
Generally, by doing this, you prevent the bad ones, because this one will fight the bad ones, and this one will win.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Can I?
Yes. So sometimes doesn't taste bitter or aggro or nothing. It tastes
Tastes like
nice.
cider.
It's like a kombucha-esque. I don't know how to describe it.
So it's coffee. So fermentation, you know that it's good if it smells good, tastes good, looks good. You know, you don't need to also be all the time measuring bricks or whatever. You know about your organoleptics.
Yeah.
That is, it's a good.
And that's just been depulped. You pulped it,
That's
and
it.
that's it.
I don't wash it. You see, this doesn't get used
So the liquid in there is just the remnants of it being.
of the mucilage.
Yeah.
When the fermentation, so listen to this, the noise is good. You listen?
Yeah,
It sounds like a cascabel, like a,
Squelching.
so you know that the mucilage is almost gone. So you don't need to wash
You
this.
hear how the beans are rubbing against each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need to wash
Yeah.
this. It's not necessary.
Okay.
So when it gets to it gets transported like this
Yeah.
to the mill.
Yeah.
And you just throw into to dry. Since the fermentation is good, the mucilage is already off the bean.
Can you eat it?
Just lick it, don't bite it.
Okay.
Eh.
The flavor of your life coming up. This one is a little bit more mature.
Oh my god. This just blew my mind. This is cacao, and the flavour inside is insane. It's
Super sweet, tropical, mango, passion fruit.
but look at it. Oh,
it's so far away from chocolate. It's unbelievable. You know the whole Ethiopian monk story for coffee? What's the cacao version? Frank and Steve were sat in their rocking chair, and Frank tried to spit the seed into the fire.
Who knows?
Unbelievable.
Yes, like the one that
The bigger part of it is you can obviously see I'm actually driving today. I had to remove the driving responsibility and take the keys from Louise because he chose to run over my foot this morning. So he's actually banned from driving. So he's now just a passenger. And look at that, he's trying to like throw stuff out the window. Unbelievable. Looking like he's reading or I'm fiddling around with the radio.
Him obviously being a young producer, entrepreneur, he has access to or wants to share knowledge with other people in similar positions. So through that, he obviously took us to Sarah's farm, Caroles, I believe I'm pronouncing that correct, and the opportunity to meet her again, who has obviously a different personality but super passionate still. Just as we walked in, her saying, sadly I can't join you for the tour, my dad is going to take you, I have to do all the paperwork, smiling, saying, take a lot of water, and I thought it was because it was so hot. The reason we had to take a lot of water is because the tour was very long, because I've never met a more passionate man when it comes to soil health. And then that tree.
Yeah.
My God.
Picture Avatar, picture The Lion King, picture any sort of scene where you think they make this up. It was a 150-year-old tree with tropical vines hanging off it, so much organic matter, there's life everywhere. And we had like a group picture where it's like, oh, I take a photo. And
we had to all point
up. Yeah. And only when we get back to the sort of the centre of the farm. So I was like, did my dad make you take a photo? Like, yeah, we did. Yeah, we were really special, really unique. He doesn't do it with anybody else. She was like, did he make you point up to the sky? Like, yeah. It's like, oh, we've got loads of those photos. A good way to summarise it is when we said goodbye to him right at the end, and we basically, after we did our tour with Byron, we sat down, had some food, we cupped some coffees with Luis and Sarah, and we hadn't seen Byron for a while. And as we're pulling away, he just pops out of a bush and he's like, I'm sorry, I've been nurturing a sick cow. And it's like the level of care that he has for the things that are on the land are just, significantly greater than what I thought we were going to see.
Yeah. A farmer / producer is not even really the correct term for someone like that, is it?
No.
It's a
land custodian.
Yeah.
One of my biggest takeaways from this whole trip was this scene that we've basically started talking about, is that we're in this incredible space where it's almost like an open bar, open kitchen that has been catered for people like us and tourists. And the cupping that we did was less about trying their coffee in a controlled environment, and it was just about sharing a coffee and being able to start these conversations and let us ask questions and them share information and equally ask us to share. And it was this really sort of incredible version of give and take, and it felt so balanced and so transparent, which was amazing. And when I think about this whole idea of what I've taken away and the best memory, the two of us having travelled from the UK to come and see them and have these two young coffee producers almost just like speak, act, look, almost a mirror image of us trying to come over here and learn about the thing, and them stood almost wanting to learn about our thing. That I hope that moment there is the bit that elevates everything that we're trying to do. Because I genuinely, from that conversation and everything that we've taken away, if we were to produce a cup of Eclipse, I could break down every penny. Yeah. Every penny of a £3.50, I now know exactly where every single cent is going. Yeah. And I didn't before.
And also what's amazing now is, if you're unsure, we know exactly who we can pick up the phone to and say, can you just remind me of what the breakdown of that is again?
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Why is that important?
You've got to start from a position of just understanding how the process currently works, don't you? You've got to know how the machine works to then look to change it. It's very easy to get a printout of a price breakdown on a sheet from someone that you're trusting, which they're saying, this is how it works. But to actually, in person, discuss with someone from the base level who's growing the coffee how it works is, yeah.
Out of interest, do you think that this is us learning how to ask better questions and being on the ground? Or do you think it's because we were dealing with younger farmers, younger producers?
Probably a mixture of both. I think, like anything, the more you learn to ask the correct questions. But a lot of the time I was muddling through my questions and probably asking things that they thought were very simple, or they were like, of course we do this. Like, I don't know how many times I asked about, so what other meal could you use, or things like this. They're like, we use this one. They were so open, and even though all their businesses are separate, they're all understanding that they are all doing the same thing, and there's no secrets there, is there?
I've sat in meetings with prospective customers, and we talk about all the things why Kickback are great, all the things that we do. And we get to the price, and we say, this is the price.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
We don't say anything else. We don't say why that's the price. We know it's a fair price. We know that. We know why we've got to that price. We know what we've spent to get to that. We know what our costs are. It was vastly different to that.
Yeah. True. If you compare it to how we sit down with our wholesale customers, us sitting down with them, so different, wasn't it? I mean, and maybe the learning we need to take away from this is that's how we should be discussing and presenting, and we shouldn't be looking to hide our green costs or keep any, it's not like we keep anything secret, but we should probably be more forthcoming of, from producing the coffee at farm level up to us, what the price breakdown is and why it's this. And I guess the challenge is for us to find a way of making that really clear for our customers. Because I believe that Luis and Sarah have made it pretty clear for us. And that's what excited us, isn't it? Is how open they've been about sharing and allowing us to understand it. Maybe our takeaway, we should be now doing that for our customers.
I thought we were going straight in.